We kept fighting, and that was fun for us, and we loved it.
Well, it should be game. What happened underneath the basket with Caleb and Caleb?
Uh, um, Hunter was kind of like standing over me, and I think he tried like to step over me, and I wasn't going for it, and neither were my teammates. So, you know, Coach treated us, us fighting back, and then whatever has to, happen, happens.
Okay, bring that mic closer, please. Thank you.
Was there anything in particular that was said when the refs were assessing the quadruple technical? Because I mean, after that point, you guys went on a 16-8 run and never trailed again.
Yeah, well, I mean, they really just told us to just stop all the extra stuff, but really, I mean, it was just two teams trying to win, and I mean, when you got two people trying to win, I mean, stuff like that happens, but I mean, it isn't that major.
Armando, I know it's a team thing, but having Hunter Dickinson on your side, last year you didn't get the chance to face him for the whole game because he had foul trouble. How much of that was part of your mojo today?
Yeah, well, I mean, we know we wanted to attack him. Obviously, he's their best player, and I mean, he's very talented and can score around the rim, do a lot of different things. So we really just wanted to put him in a lot of ball screens, and also me go at him one-on-one and try to get him in foul trouble. And I mean, thought we did a solid job. I mean, we got the tech and the foul, so that was a good thing for us. And then that kind of slowed down his aggressiveness. And I think we did a really good job just as a team defensively, all coming together to slow him down and not give him the looks that he wanted. And I mean, it worked out for us.
As a follow-up to Armando, you used your dribble a lot tonight, but it's the bigs that you were going up against. How much of that kind of helped you get your hip in there, get your usage?
I mean, coach and the guards too, they want me to be aggressive and really just put pressure on the rim and try to score the ball. And a lot of the times they were sending somebody baseline, so I wasn't able to just do two dribbles and spin, which I would love to do. So I really just had to, kind of play with the defense and go middle and then baseline, just do different things like that to get to the spots I want to get to and get as low as possible.
RJ, the last 2, 3 minutes, they got it down to 3, they got it down to 2. You guys seem to have the answers. Leaky had still, you guys made buckets. You had to run it off the glass. Like, you just talk about the answers you guys were able to find down the stretch, and that's 2 games in a row where when it's gotten late, you guys have been able to make the plays to come through and win a close game.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Davis said in the huddle, we've been in these positions and situations before, so it was nothing new to us. And the way we executed, it was able to get stops down when it mattered the most. Leaky made 2 phenomenal defensive plays, and wouldn't be in that position without him. And then for me to make that run on the glass, it just shows how much mature and experienced we are as a group. We trust one another to go ahead and make a big time play when it matters, and we did that for the last 2 games. So.
Did that whole exchange kind of fire you guys up? The game seemed to change shortly afterwards, and you guys kind of took control.
I mean, yeah, it kind of got us going a little bit. We were already on the edge, but I think it just uplifted the fire to even keep it going, and the momentum was on our side, so we made a run from that.
Second round.
Yeah, Caleb, a lot of people are talking online about the shoe choice tonight. What went into picking out the kicks that you're wearing?
I just try to, switch it up a little bit, and those are Jason Tatum's taco J's, and that's my, kind of like big brother, so I just kind of, showing love to him and then just, expressing myself through my shoes.
Yeah, and as a quick follow-up on that, can you just touch a little bit on how Jason has been a role model to you, especially recently in developing your game?
Just, him, talking to me as far as, my mindset and, how I need to approach the game. And, he's been helping me throughout the past years, and so I'm just grateful to have him.
Third round.
Where would you guys kind of assess where you are now on a 4-game winning streak going into this little break? There's a lot said, obviously, during the 4-game losing streak. So how do you guys feel now coming into this?
I just say, we went through that adversity, losing 4 games, and I always, say everything happens for a reason. I feel like we needed that, and we battled back. Now we're on a 4-game winning streak, and so I feel like we're in a great, situation as far as going into the break, and our group is definitely battle tested, and so I'm proud of how we fought and throughout this stretch, and we got a long way to go though.
As a follow, why do you feel like you guys you talked about sometimes kind of needing an extra push, whether it's Coach Davis against Ohio State at halftime, raising his voice and getting you guys going, or you know, maybe even being down double digits. Like, what is it about this team that it seems like before you guys really lock in and focus, there needs to be something that pushes you?
I wouldn't say we need it like all the time, but you know it's good for us. You know when our back is against the wall and how we fight back and as far as this group, like I said, we're battle tested and anything thrown at us, we're gonna overcome it and we're gonna go through it.
Back to the first round.
For all three of you, actually, Leaky came up big late. He had the block shot, then he had the denial steal when they were positioned to maybe tie the game or cut it to one. Then he hit that big shot. Kind of just speak to the value of him doing the kinds of things he's doing this year on top of the defense, and also doing that in his hometown.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was huge for us today. Jay Howard here, really talented players, and they won a lot of sets to get him a lot of open shots. And I mean, early on in the first half, he was really tough on himself, but we always telling him he was playing great defense, and then just the way he ended the game, like you said, hitting a big shot and then getting those two big stops. I mean, that's Leaky Black for you, and for him to do it in his hometown, special. We just so happy to have him.
Yeah, Armando, building off some of the earlier questions, two big wins here where you kind of pulled away at the end, some clutch play. What can those do for the trajectory of the season moving forward in ACC play?
I mean, it's great and it's something for us to learn from, but I mean, I feel like all of us in the locker room feel like those are games we were supposed to win. I mean, we're still a talented team. I think we're the most talented team, but now we just really trying to tighten those screws and just get better and better every day at our weaknesses. And once we keep chipping away at that, I think we can reach our full potential. But we're not going to take a deep breath and get too high on all this stuff. We just got to keep going.
Last question for the players.
Caleb, after your dunk, it looked like the TV broadcast caught like a cool exchange between you and Coach Williams. What's it like for you to know that he does travel to either Charlotte or New York to be there for you guys?
It means a lot. He's been a big part of my success and this team. Some of the players he's coaching, so just having him there at each and every game is a blessing, and our relationship off the court is way stronger than people may think. But yeah, just having him there, courtside or anywhere in the stands, just knowing he's there is definitely a blessing.
Thanks, guys.
We're going to let the players go shower. Questions for Coach Davis?
Happy holidays, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
Questions for Coach? Who was the first question? Second row?
I think it was towards the middle of the first half, but there appeared to be some heavy contact between Dickinson and Bacot, and you got really fired up on the sideline. Could you take me through what you saw and kind of what you were saying there?
I'm an emotional guy. So just trying to get our guys to, they were getting fired up, I was getting fired up, and I like them when they are fired up and wanted to keep them fired up. And so it was nothing more than encouraging them and motivating them to be at their best and play as hard as they could.
Were you trying to get them to look at the tape when Armando got hit right down the court? You were pretty fired up there.
I was fired up.
Yeah.
I was ready to compete.
Next question.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, it's hard to have played and then you can't go out there because I'm 52. And so, I'd love to be out there. I miss that. I miss that competition. I love that interaction. I love that competitiveness. And it doesn't take very much at all for me to get into it. And so that's just normal for me. Game, practice, shoot around. I'm done now.
Okay. Want to make sure. Front row.
Coach, you spoke earlier before the season about Armando, National Player of the Year kind of stuff. The last two games, not that you're asking you to pitch him for the award, but has that been National Player of the Year stuff that he's done the last two games?
I think Armando's been really, really good. I think he's been really good since the Georgia Tech game. I think he's been at his best. Prior to the last four games, that second half against College of Charleston, I thought he was really special. not really thinking about player of the year, but the way that he's playing with a hunger and thirst. It's not only is he scoring, he's really working hard to get the ball in the right position, and he's been really special, not just offensively, but on the defensive end as well.
Yeah, as a follow-up, I'm not asking to pitch for it, obviously, just more the level of play.
Oh, it's at that level.
What has he added that we've seen the last couple of games, you've seen it, that's maybe made the difference?
I don't know if it's added. He had a pretty successful season last year. I think it's, as I said before, the last 4 games from an offensive standpoint that I think he has done not only better but more consistently. He has really, really worked hard to get the ball where he wants it. And so that's really important for him. You know, if he can catch the ball where he wants it, he's even more effective around the basket. And I think, you know, as I said before, when we came back from our road trips and we had a little bit of time to practice, and I said, you know, we were going to look at things and tweak and alter and pivot some things. And one of the things that we tweaked is like we have to feed him the ball. Like it has to go inside out as opposed to outside in. And that's just really energized him. And when we come down the floor, like our first, second, third option is to throw the ball down low to him. I think at the beginning of the year, it may not have been the first option, or we gave him one look and then we went away. Now we're giving him multiple looks, and he's playing extremely well.
I'll take 2 more.
Hubert, you've been in a lot of these sort of early season tournaments in various places. It's the first year for this one in Charlotte. What did you think of the format and how it went?
Well, I mean, it really wasn't a format. I mean, it was just one game, and you know, to play against an unbelievable opponent in Michigan, that's a lot of fun. To play here in Charlotte with that type of crowd, the last 2 games, the crowd at Madison Square Garden and here in Charlotte have been live, and it has felt like an NCAA tournament game. I mean, it's just been. And really, just wanted to thank the fans. I mean, the support that we had at Madison Square Garden, it was almost like a home game, and then here it was a home game. And so, just the fan support has been fantastic, and it really, really helps out the guys out there on the floor having that type of support. So I love it.
Last question, 3rd row.
Hubert, where would you assess where you guys are right now, riding this 4-game win streak into the break?
I'm not even assessing where we are right now. We beat Michigan today. Michigan's an unbelievable team, and I'll be honest with you, you know what I'm thinking right now? Christmas break. I'm thinking about Christmas. I'm thinking about uninterrupted, unhurried time with my wife and my 3 kids. That's on my mind. And then when we meet at 7 p.m. on the 26th, then I can tell you where my mind is. My mind will be on Pittsburgh. But right now, it's on Christmas. And so I'm looking forward to going home and hanging out with the family.
Guys, I really want to get Michigan in here. They've been waiting. So Ross and Adam,